My name's Jason, and this is my introduction to the vinyl community. So I've been watching the vinyl community for a clutter of years now, but I've never made a video. I really became interested, really watched a lot, and came on here and started subscribing and talking to people during the lockdowns that happened in the UK. So it kept me entertained through all that, and really enjoying it. So, but what inspired me to make this video was watching Chrome Dioxide channel and their last episode, the Halloween episode, which was brilliant. So I went, you know what, I'm going to make a video, have a bit of crack, see how it goes. I'm not filtering this channel through any other sort of social media or anything, so I could be pissing in the wind here and nobody will see it. But if anybody does see this from the VC, the vinyl community, and you want to talk about music or anything I show here, then just give me a shout and we'll have some fun. So, in the spirit of Chromium Dioxide, I'm just going to keep this to some heavy metal and hard rock that I've been listening to the past couple of weeks. I do listen to a lot of other different stuff, but just going to stick to the hard rock and heavy metal, see how it goes. So yeah, without further ado, here we go. I'm going to show some records. First up is this jam by Agony Bag. So, if you're not familiar with Agony Bag, they were started by Clive Jones and Clive Box, who used to be in the prog rock band Black Widow. They both played on their most influential record, The Sacrifice LP. And I think they played together in Pesky G, the pre-Black Widow band as well. But this compilation came out of Black Widow Records 2001, 2002 maybe. And this is where I heard about this band. Initially they had a single out in 1980 for the song Rabies is a Killer, which you get on this comp, and the B-side Never Neverland. And this is a belter. I absolutely love this. It's just top quality entertainment from start to finish. It's not for everybody, it's really quirky, and it could only be made by some sort of eccentric English madman, but they're very theatrical, as you can tell. And if you don't like men wearing skimpy knickers and suspenders and stockings, then you don't need to buy this, because you'll have a heart attack. But that's the band there. Weirdly, this band gets lumped in with the new wave of British heavy metal every now and again, because they had that single out in 1980 and it had guitars on it. So yeah, it's new wave of British heavy metal. It's not. This is like a mixture of prog, glam, hard rock. Just great songs. Like, you've got songs on here like Venus Flytrap. It has a wee bit of Alice Cooper-y vibe on it. To me, if you mixed sort of like those early Black Widow records with the flute and saxophone, which is all in this, played by Clive Jones, a little bit of the Alex Harvey band, and a big dollop of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, you'd be in the right ballpark. But really recommend it. A song in here called Sally of Leicester, which is the guitar, not the but the guitar sound reminds me of like that Kinks song The Rats, which I really like. And it's some sort of weird fetish rock madness, but totally brilliant. Really love it. Check it out if you haven't checked it out. It's really good crack. Witch Killer. Suppose I should take these out of the wrapper. This has got 5 brilliant tracks on it. This came out in 84, did it? 84, this is 84 Metal Blade Records. Day of the Saxons, the opening track, is one of the catchiest metal tunes you'll hear. It's absolutely fantastic. Red as the Storm, Cry Wolf, Beg for Mercy is a brilliant track. Penance from Past Sins. This is, if you're into like Omen or Manowar, I suppose, without all the pomp and ceremony that comes with Manowar, and you haven't heard it, it's good crack. Right as the Storm used to get on my tits a bit because it has these mellow parts. It's really moody and it has like these cracks of thunder and stuff in it, but the vocalist is singing and he's so earnest in what he's singing, but the way he lands his words, it used to annoy me, but I'm well used to it now after years of listening to it, and it's a brilliant heavy metal record. Well, another thing I like about this record is that it's mixed well. It's a completely unfussy production. It's mixed well, it just makes you want to fucking crank it up. But yeah, if you haven't checked this out, it's brilliant. I love this LP. It's really good. Yeah, this comes with the insert and the lyrics and all that lovely stuff with it. Swords and axes. Conan the Barbarian. Brilliant. Here's one that Mike at the Metal Mickey channel turned me on to. Turbo. Polish band, their name. There was a Turbo record that I had in my mind to pick up. I have a friend who listens to, who really loves Turbo, and there was a record that I wanted for a couple of years by Turbo. I thought that would be the first one I get, but when Mike and Metal Mickey channel showed this on his YouTube timeline thingy, and I went and checked this out straight away. I was able to find it really cheap, so it was a few months back. But this, just from top to bottom as well, this is absolutely entertaining as fuck. The Last Warrior, Bird's Sword, Trojan Horse is instrumental. Seance with Vampire is probably my favourite track on this. The twists and turns this record takes is like, to me anyway, it sounds like Nasty Savage mixed with Destruction. And even the way the vocalist sings, he has this real snarl, but then he hits these falsettos in certain parts. He's got different textures to his voice. It just rages the whole way through it. This has been a big surprise for me. I've been rattling this quite a bit the past couple of weeks again, and yeah, I'm really glad I picked this up. So salutes to Mike at the Metal Mickey channel. So brilliant. X, or EXE, Stricken by Mike. This is a record I used to see a lot when I was a kid, and there was a record shop I used to go to here in Belfast called Hector's House, and this was always sitting in the bargain bins, and I don't know why I didn't pick this up, because I hoovered up so many records from those bargain bins. I picked up some amazing LPs. And I don't know why I didn't pick this up, because this is right up my street. First of all, it's got a really gloriously goofy cover. Right, love it. This sort of reminds me of the Infernal Majesty Devil. I think I seen Marty Worm showing this on one of his episodes months and months back. So I picked it up. It's usually a cheap record to find, so this is a promo copy, a white label promo copy. Which annoys me because it doesn't have the lyrics in it, and I'm sure the lyrics are absolutely bonkers. I can make out bits and pieces of it. I'm not a lyric person, but it has songs like Slaughter Disorder, Stricken by Might, Autopsy, Metal Hell, Slayer, Martial Law. War Child is probably the more real heavy chunky song, but it's probably the more straightforward, catchiest tune on this maybe, I don't know. Fatally Wounded, Seek and Destroy, which does have a nod to Metallica in the chords if you listen to it, and Crib Death. So I don't know why I didn't pick this up, because it was also produced by Corey Connolly from The Rods. It has a gloriously over the top, loud, obnoxious production to it, and the band have that blood and studs, spikes and leather look, which I love. Apart from this guy here in the Exploited t-shirt, who looks like he's just been scraped off his mate's kitchen floor after a night of heavy drinking. I mean, look at that. Genius. Brilliant album, rages and thrashes the whole way through it. I'm so glad I picked this up. I've had this a couple of months now, and I don't know why I didn't pick this up earlier. But yeah, brilliant record. But this one, Ruthless, Metal Without Mercy. This is the only Ruthless album I have. And again, have you ever been disappointed by a band that looks like that? I haven't. Gates of Hell, Metal Without Mercy. 5 tracks, totally straightforward, rough around the edges. I'll take this out of the jobby. And look at that cover. An amazing cover. This came out in a different cover, I think. I don't know whether this was a cover for the States in the first issue or what. But years ago when I was looking for this record, I held off for ages just because I wanted this one with this cover. But yeah, 1984, straight ahead, no messing about, chunky, heavy metal, and that's great. Burn. I was giving this a rattle again this morning, actually, just band from Sweden. I think this is 1983. Doesn't actually say on the back here, I don't think. No. But this is solid, like just really, really solid metal. Gates of Hell, Get Lost, Burning Fire. Get Lost is a good track. It edges more into a speed metal thing than it has that brilliant lick at the start of it. And then they go into this sort of straight ahead up, like hard rock stuff that you'd find at the end of the 80s in the UK here, bands like the Almighty and stuff. Some of it reminds me of this, though. Just the vibe of the songs. Living on the Highway. Fata Morgana is an instrumental on this, and you can really hear a Maiden early Iron Maiden influence creeping into their sound. I love the cover too. But yeah, this is worth picking up if you haven't checked it out. It shouldn't be dear to pick up, I don't think. And well worth hearing. Fade Away is like a little bit of a more of a moodier track. Living on the Highway, it says it that beggar rock sound, but I prefer it when they lean more into the speed metal sort of thing. There's wee bits and pieces of that on here, but overall it's a good solid heavy rock and metal album. Here's one that doesn't live up to its cover. So who done it? Joe Jusko, I think, done this cover. Is that how you pronounce his name? But this is like the if you can imagine the sort of the looser end of the new wave of British heavy metal sound. Now, this band's from New York, and this came out 83. There's a lot of bands here from 83, 84 around that year. But yeah, this reminds me of that the looser sound of the new wave British sound, maybe like Aragorn or Tigers of Pantang, his first LP maybe. Only not as. It's more amateur than that. The vocals are very amateur on it, but it's got a charm and a vibe of its own that I really like. Cracking opening track, Lightning Strikes Twice. You Got Me Running is good. Which sort of reminds me of early Def Leppard, maybe just because of the song title, but like the first sort of Def Leppard LP. Loses a bit of steam as it goes on, like, but that cover is amazing. And this guy here in the back, who's wearing cowboy boots. Like, he's the hardest guy in the band because all these other boys are wearing sneakers and they can run away from the filth. He doesn't run for anybody. But yeah, another good album worth checking out if you haven't heard it. Lady Killer, New York metal, street metal, maybe some people would say. Right, I want to keep this quite short. I'll show a couple more records. Breaker. I noticed this one's been reissued. I've seen Arn, the Metal Theologian, show a reissue of this. Well, I think it's a reissue because the logo's a bit different, but this is a Belfon one. This came out, when did this come out? 84? I think this came out around the same time. A lot of these records I'm showing here right now. 85. This is another solid metal record. Each side starts off with a full-on belter, usually heading straight into speed metal territory. But then it loses a wee bit of flab, and then it has a wee bit of flab in the middle, and then both sides end with sort of more anthemic tracks. Opening track, One for Your Life, is brilliant. Born to Rock, are all really solid tunes. Rapist Killer opens the second side of the album, and then the last track, Together We Are Strong, is like a anthemic metal song that you can imagine hundreds of Germans in the 80s going bumpers over if these boys played live. So really good. Guy's got a really good voice, really screechy, obnoxious voice, but really good. Completely solid record. Really enjoyable, top to bottom. There you go. Maybe make this my last one. So, Rigor Mortis, Slaves to the Grave. My favourite Rigor Mortis album is probably Freaks. No, it is Freaks. It was the first Rigor Mortis record I ever heard when I was really young. So he's get me into heavier music, and he made me a copy of that, and I absolutely loved it. And I picked it up and recorded probably a month or so later. I lucked out on it, finding it. And I suppose we're lucky to get this. I mean, Mike Scasia, the guitar player, died before this even came out, so this is their last record. When this came out, 2014. 2014. So, horror metal royalty at this point, isn't it? Like Bruce Corbett, the singer, is now dead. He didn't sing on my favorite record, Freaks, but everything on this is just top quality. The speedy riffing, just the gruesome, grim lyrics, but they just make you smile. You know what I mean? They're not one of these dour bands. So, super catchy songs. Poltergeist goes into that real trippy, soundtracky bit halfway through the song. At the end of the song, they have that. Rain and Ruin, Flesh for Flies is brutal. Ancient Horror, Fragrance of Corpse, I love that song title. And it ends, probably my least favourite track on the album is the last track, Ludus Magnus. So, Ludus Magnus, it's more narrated, and it's an epic track because of what the song's about. But probably my least favourite song. It's still an amazing song, but this album is superb. I might do a video on Rigor Mortis. I really like Rigor Mortis, so if I do any more of these videos, I might do another one on this band. But yeah, I think I'll leave it there because what we had 19 minutes or something. Jesus Christ. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, you're an absolute legend. And yeah, all the best, and catch you later.